Okay, so the next topic is double line graph. So in double line graph, you have two quantities to compare with each other. Like here in this question, they have number of men and number of women to compare. Okay, that is to compare the population of number of men and number of women with year. So year is one constant parameter with which you are comparing the two quantities, that is number of men and women, population of number of men and women. So as you can see, uh, year is 2013, but in this year there has been two different populations of number of men and women. So on one single graph you have to plot this. Yes.
So maybe we can take the units which are given on a common y-axis. So which
Yeah, you are right, because always remember that what we do is we take the first quantity as x and the second quantity as y. But here on y-axis there will be two quantities, number of men and women. ठीक है अच्छा. Now see, on x-axis what will be the range? Will you draw a kink on x-axis?
Yes, sir.
Of course, because you have years, so you will draw a kink and then directly start from 2013. What will be the scale on x-axis?
1 centimeter is equals to 1 year.
It's very small because there are just 5 years.
Then 2 centimeter is equals to 1 year.
You can take either 2 centimeter is equal to 1 year, or you can take 3 centimeter is equal to 1 year as well. तो क्या होगा कि स्पेस्ड आउट होगा और अच्छे से ग्राफ दिखेगा, कोई स्पेस वेस्ट नहीं होगी. सो यू कैन डू अकॉर्डिंगली, यू नो हाउ टू डू नाउ. ठीक है. सेकेंड थिंग, ऑन वाई एक्सिस यू हैव टू प्लॉट पॉपुलेशन in thousands. So you will write on y-axis, suppose you draw the graph like this, then on x-axis, below x-axis you will write year like this, and with a kink of course, and on y-axis you will write population, just population.
Also we put all the every
Common.
comes common.
Yeah, and here in bracket you will write in
Thousands.
population in and put an arrow like this, and then you can mark the points. Okay, now see the values of the population. Which is the smallest value of population? 10.5. And the greatest value? 15, right? 10.5 to 15 and everything in between. So what you can do is you can take 1 centimeter is equal to 1000.
Yes.
On y-axis. On y-axis you take 1 centimeter is equal to 1000, and how you will plot? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 15. It can easily fit. Now you will wonder about how to find 12.4. You can easily find. Between 12 and 13, you see the small lines. On the fourth line there will be 12.4, and similarly 13.8 and 14.2 and 11.5. You can plot all of them. तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इसमें. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे आएगा? दैट देयर विल बी टू points corresponding to each parameter.
Like 13, 14.
Yeah, so for 2013 there will be 2 points, one for men, one for women. Okay, so there you have to be very careful. So what I suggest is, when you plot double line graph, first plot for one parameter only. जैसे men का है तो number of men को पहले plot कर लो, and draw a solid line, dark line for one parameter. Then start plotting for the other parameter. नहीं तो तुम confuse हो जाओगे कौन सा point कौन से parameter का है. After you draw one line, then you draw the second line, which should be distinct, unique, not like the first line. Second line will be dotted. If first line is dark, second line would be dotted, and the whole end product will look like this.
So we have to put scale like that in the down.
Yeah, you can put it down or you can put it up above the scale. मतलब you have to indicate that what is dotted line and what is the dark line.
We have to name the line also.
You have to name the line also. They have named that as A and B. तुम भी कर सकते हो, ठीक है? Not now. I will give you this as homework only. But अब समझा तुमको डबल लाइन ग्राफ कैसे बनाते हैं? Is it difficult? The questions given below will be slightly tricky क्योंकि इसमें परसेंटेज और ये सब पूछा है. जैसे between which 2 years is the increase percentage in the number of men maximum? So see, number of men दिख रहा है तुम्हें? 11.5 to 12.4, 12.4 to 13, 13 to 13.8 and 13.8 to 14.2. कहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा जंप दिख रहा है? Yeah, first 2 years. The increase of population is maximum between first 2 years, 2013 and 2014. So what they are asking is, what is the increase percentage? And between which 2 years? Yeah, so we have to find the increase percentage as well. So how you'll find the increase percentage? What is the formula for increase percent? Can you tell me? Increase percent's formula is increase upon original value into 100. This is the formula. So what is the increase? 12.4 minus 11.5. Okay, it's in 1000. Yeah. So either you can write in 1000 or don't bother about 1000. Listen to me. 1000 की फिक्र मत करो यहाँ पे. Just tell me what is 12.4 minus 11.5. 0.9. Right? So write 0.9. Acha, what is the original value? Original value is this. 11.5 and do multiplied by 100 and then solve it. You will get the percentage increase and of course you know the year 2013 to 14. तो आंसर जो क्वेश्चन के आंसर से वो थोड़ा संभल के करना, ठीक है? इसमें गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. ये तो वही क्वेश्चन आ गया वापस, रिपीट हुआ है. Yeah, see, 12.4 minus 11.5 that is 0.9 को लोग ने 9 लिखा है और फिर 11.5 को 115 लिखा है, डेसिमल पॉइंट हटा के लिखा है, and then they have calculated to 7.8%. और सारे निकाले वो लोग ने. They have found all the percentage changes and then they have determined that ये वाला सबसे ज्यादा था. Chalo, let's see if you can read this bar graph. When Reenu fell sick, her doctor maintained a record of her body temperature taken every hour as shown in the following graph. ये जो टेम्परेचर है डिग्री सेल्सियस में है, जनरली फ़ारेनहाइट में मेजर करते हैं बॉडी टेम्परेचर, बट ठीक है, ठीक है, यू कैन फिगर आउट. चलो, यू आंसर माय क्वेश्चन. At 8 am, what was the temperature? 35.5 because it's between 36. ये 36 है और ये 35 है, so it's between 36 and 35. 35.5. At 9 am, at 10 am, at 11 am, at 12, at 1, at 2, 36. 36 है. रीड करना बहुत इजी है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? अच्छा, क्वेश्चन देखो कैसे पूछते हैं. What was the patient's temperature at 12 noon? 36.5. When was the temperature 38.5?
11 a.m.
What was the patient's temperature at 12:30 and why?
Sir, 36.5 because it will lie between 12 and 1, which is the same.
नहीं, but why question तो बहुत ही अजीब है. Because she had medicine. कुछ भी why क्यों पूछा यार? हमको क्या पता why?
Sir,
Because her report was negative.
No, because the line was always like what?
That we can read, but that is not why का answer. It's being same from 12 to 1.
That's what I said.
Okay. 12 से 1 सेम टेम्परेचर है, दैट इज 36.5. What, sorry, during which period of time did the patient's temperature shown an upward trend? 9 to 10 am. 9 to 10 टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज हुआ है, इवन 8 to 9 भी इंक्रीज हुआ है.
थोड़ा सा upward.
तो फोर्थ में देखते हैं. It is clear from the graph that patient's temperature showed an upward trend from 8 to 10. 8 to 9 and 9 to 10 दोनों में upward trend है. The patient's temperature was the same 2 times during the given period. What were these 2 times?
12 and 1.
12 and 1.
12 and 1 PM.
ठीक है. सो ऐसे कुछ क्वेश्चंस है और ये भी करते हैं. चलो मुझे आगे देखना है कि है क्या. और रीडिंग डबल लाइन ग्राफ क्या चाहिए.
So in this you don't have to draw.
नो, just have to read linear graph. लीनियर ग्राफ मतलब स्ट्रेट लाइन. ओके ठीक है. चलो ये एक रीडिंग वाला कर लेते हैं. एक मिनट, डबल वाला रीड करते हैं ना अपन. सो दैट इज मच मोर इंटरेस्टिंग. द डबल लाइन ग्राफ given below gives the actual expected sales of cars of a company for 6 months. Study actual and expected sales. Study the graph and answer the questions that follow. Actual sales किससे दिखा है? Dark line.
Dark
और
line.
expected sales?
Dotted line.
Tell me, in which month was the actual sale same as the expected sale?
April.
Because then you get April and May.
Yes, you are right. तो क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे मैं बताता हूँ. देखो, if you see January, the expected sales were 100 cars in January, but actually how many cars were sold? Between 50 and 100, that is 75. You are right. तो मतलब number of cars sold in January were less than expected. बोल सकते हैं ना. If you see, the same trend is continuing in February and March also, but in April the expected and the actual sales coincided matlab they were equal. How many cars were sold in April? Between 100 and 150. How much?
125.
125. And what was the expected sale?
125.
So in which month was the actual sale same as expected sale?
April.
For which month was the difference between actual and expected sale was the maximum? Yes, see, the gap is this. Here also there is a gap, 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 but the gap is maximum over here in March. For which month was the difference in actual expected sales were least? January and February, both. The difference was only for 25 cars, है ना? January as well as February. What was the total sales of cars in the month of January, February and March? चलो calculate करके बताओ.
Total sale like actual sale or expected?
Actual, of course.
25 plus 40.
मन में सब लोग मन में कर रहे हैं. मन में हाथ ऊपर करो, आंसर. प्रोटोकॉल से यार. Yes, anyone? Yeah. 250 is correct. जनवरी में 75 कार सेल किया, मार्च में 75 कार सेल किया और फरवरी में 100 कार सेल किया. So total 250 if you add. What was the average sales of car in the last 3 months? Average in last 3 months. See. April में कितना सेल किया? 125 एंड मई में और जून में 150. ठीक है. सो दीज आर द टोटल सेल्स ऑफ 3 months, अप्रैल मई जून. 125 plus 100 plus 150. So this is 250, 350, 375. What was the total sale in last 3 months? So they are asking the average sales. Average का मतलब कोई बता सकता है मेरे को? Average? Yeah, but how to find that? You're right, but how to find that? Average. How to find average of something? So what you do is, yeah.
Just 375 by the total amount of cars sold in time, like 6 months.
Can you tell me formula for average? Not in context of this.
375
Not in context of this. Average का formula बता.
Sir, total amount by the number of amount.
Exactly. Total car sold is how many? 375. And how many months are we calculating here? So how much is the answer?
125.
12 3s are 36 and 3 5s are 15. 125. This is the average sale in last 3 months. Find the ratio of sales in first 3 months to that of last 3 months. First 3 months में कितना कार सेल किया है और लास्ट 3 months में तो किसका 375. So किसका रेशियो पूछ रहे हैं? फर्स्ट 3 months to लास्ट 3 months, that is 250 अपॉन. इसको कट करो. किससे कट होगा ये? हाँ तो करो ना, सिंप्लीफाई. 25 से भी तो होगा कट. 25 12 जा कितना होता है? 300 होता है. 13 जा 325, 14 जा 350, 15 जा 375. So 25 10 जा 25 15 जा 5 2 जा 5 3 2:3. ऐसे करके तुम्हें आंसर देना है. कैसा इजी है डिफिकल्ट है रीडिंग डबल लाइन ग्राफ? आई डोंट थिंक इट इज डिफिकल्ट. थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. तुम एक्सरसाइज सॉल्व करोगे अपने आप आएगा तुमको ये. ओके, देन वी हैव वन मोर टॉपिक विच इज लीनियर ग्राफ. लीनियर ग्राफ और लाइन ग्राफ में एक ही फर्क है. लाइन ग्राफ कैन बी लाइक दिस zigzag, है ना? दिस इज लाइन ग्राफ शेप which we have plotted till now, right? Linear graph is like this. This is the Cartesian plane, straight line. Linear graph is a straight line, always. Means the quantity is always increasing. There is no decrease or steady value in the quantity, always increasing.
And then what's the point of when it is marking?
Yeah, just plotting. जैसे यहाँ पे है वही हम लोग थोड़ा सा देख लेंगे कि how you are comfortable with scale and everything. This table gives you the interest on deposits for a year. Deposit और interest का table है ये. किसको x लोगे? Very good. और किसको y लोगे? Very good. Great. Tell me the scale on x axis.
Sir, total.
Yes, son. हाँ, डिपॉजिट का स्केल क्या होगा एक्स एक्सिस में? और 2 centimeter is equal to 1000 is also fine to increase the space, make it more spacious. And on y axis, Rashi?
1 centimeter is equal to 80.
So can I?
Yeah, you can take 80. You can take 80.
To 81 centimeter.
वो भी ले सकते हो, वो भी ले सकते हो. अगर थोड़ा ब्रेवरी है तो 1 centimeter is equal to 20 भी ले सकते हो, क्योंकि क्या होगा फिर थोड़ा बड़ा बन जाएगा ये. बट कर सकते हो आराम से फिट. हाँ, बट 40 आई थिंक आइडियल चॉइस है. 1 centimeter is equal to 40 लोगे तो सब फिट हो जाएगा, सब 40 के मल्टीपल है. तो प्लॉट तो करना आसान है, इसको कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. डज द ग्राफ पास थ्रू ओरिजिन? ये तो प्लॉट करने से ही पता चलेगा.
But no,
Why not?
क्योंकि zero का दिया ही नहीं origin.
हाँ, 0 के बाद 1000 कर रहे हो तुम.
But 80 and 1000, if they count like this, it's not complete.
It will pass. It will pass, whatever scale you take. Whatever scale they have taken.
Connected to this.
Yeah, you means if you connect it to, if you bring it behind it, will it touch origin? That's what they are asking. Yes, it will touch origin. Use the graph to find the interest on rupees 2,500 for a year.
Says 40, 40, 10. So using 40 will divide
No, I didn't understand. Anybody else?
the 25 200.
Yeah, I don't want this. Can you explain them? Yeah, so let me do that. कोई idea है? What they are asking? ये दिख रहा है तुम्हें क्या है? What is this? No, this is the deposit, and you have to find the interest. So where is 2,500? On which axis? X-axis, right? Because it's deposit. But where will it lie? In between 2,000 and 3,000, but we have not plotted that point. So what we'll do is, in the graph, we'll find that point. Hello?
Now 40, 40
अच्छा
strategies on
सुनो,
the
कल आपने जो तुमने 10th का जो तुमने लिखा है शेड्यूल, उसमें तुमने लिखा है वेडनेसडे को 4 बजे पीसी आउट एंड रिवीजन लेक्चर,
हाँ, करेक्ट.
और डेली शेड्यूल में आपने 5 बजे लिखा है 10th.
डेली शेड्यूल कौन सा है?
डेली शेड्यूल जिसमें आपने पहले दिन लिखने बोला है मुझे.
अच्छा, मैं चेंज कर दूंगा वहाँ पे.
ठीक है, तो मैं उनका एक टेस्ट रख दूँ 3 to 4, तो वो लोग 3 बजे आएंगे.
फिर 4 बजे मेरे पास आएंगे.
हाँ
अच्छा, ठीक है, ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. नो.
तो तुमने इधर 4 बजे 4 to 5 सीबीएसई रिवीजन लिखा है, एक सीबीएसई रिवीजन.
नहीं, वो मैं चेंज करूंगा यार, बिकॉज मुझे पता नहीं था ना, मैं चेंज करूंगा.
हाँ चेंज कर दो तो मैं उस हिसाब से करूँ.
ठीक है, ओके. Yeah, so first you located what? 2,500 deposit. Then you drew a vertical line from there. हमने ये पहले किया है कल के क्वेश्चन में. फिर वो लाइन कहाँ पे मीट करवाई हमने? ग्राफ पे, एक पॉइंट पे, क्यू पे, और वहां से लेफ्ट में एक लाइन ड्रॉ की, और वो लाइन कहाँ पे मीट कर रही है? सिंपल इंटरेस्ट, मतलब वाई एक्सिस को 200 पे मीट कर रही है. So what is the simple interest for rupees 2,500 for a year? 200 rupees. Simple.
You have 40, 40 strategy.
What is 40-40 strategy, sir?
So 1 centimeter 40 scale.
हाँ तो
So 18 in hand. No.
slow claps only. 20 करता तो भी आता है.
तो बहुत ऊपर चला है.
ठीक है यार, तू जीत गया बस. In order to get rupees 280 as interest, how much money should be deposited? अब इंटरेस्ट दिया हुआ है तुमको, 280 is the interest. You want this interest. Where will you start from?
240. No, wait. So y-axis.
On
Y-axis.
y-axis. That is interest. And from there we'll draw what kind of line? Horizontal line, dotted line. We'll make it meet the graph line, and then from there we will draw a vertically downwards line which will meet the x-axis. So मतलब 280 से line draw किया, ग्राफ को meet करवाया, यहाँ से नीचे extend किया, and we got this. How much? 3,500. This is how to deal with linear graphs. Easy or not? Not easy. ठीक है. So see, there is a lot of work after question number 5. You have double graphs, reading the graphs. बहुत कुछ है. मतलब there is a lot of practice. तो सब तो मैं नहीं दे रहा हूँ होमवर्क में. You can do the selected ones. There are total of let me give you an idea. Yeah, total of 25 questions. Out of 25, you have done 5. So how many are remaining? 20 are remaining. 20 are remaining because out of 25 you have completed 5. Out of those 20 you have to do any 10. Any selected, whatever you feel like. But full questions, huh? Full 10 questions. That's your homework and we are done with this chapter. If you have doubts, you can approach me. हो गया मैम? कितने बजे? कितने बच्चे? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
So there are 10 detailed graphs.
डोंट डू. हाँ तो 1 मिनट, ये कुछ स्मार्ट लोग ऐसा कर सकते हैं, तो ऐसा मत करना.